Ask people on the street in Licking County if sex trafficking exists there, and you'll hear one answer. Ask officials, and you'll often hear another. Law enforcement statements tend to frame trafficking as rare, isolated, or non-existent, something that happens elsewhere, not here. But the streets tell a different story. Women talk about being controlled through drugs, owing debts that they could never pay off, being moved between houses, garages, and hotels, being told who they could talk to and who not, being punished when they tried to leave. That doesn't always look like handcuffs and chains. Sometimes it looks like addiction. Sometimes it looks like dependence. And sometimes it looks like fear. Trafficking doesn't require a kidnapping, and it doesn't require a stranger. And it doesn't always look like what people expect. It often hides inside drug networks and informal power structures. Relationships where one side controls the money, the transportation, the substances, or the safety. Police may say there is no evidence of organized trafficking, and that may be true on paper. But absence of charges is not the same as absence of harm. Cases don't get labeled as trafficking if the victims don't come forward, if the survivors don't trust the police, if women are dismissed as choosing that life. Fear does keep mouths shut, and Sydney lived in that space, where exploitation doesn't always get a name, where control isn't always documented, where harm happens quietly. This isn't an accusation, it's an examination. Because if the streets are whispering one thing, and the system insists on another, we have to ask why the stories don't match, and who gets lost in the middle when they don't.